Good morning, Miss Zen. Mental formation images. I noticed that I have several during my meditations and find it more difficult to dissociate myself from them by returning to my breathing, and from the thoughts. I also have flashbacks of memories and art streams that appear. May I know what image it is about or related? It's a certain situation, or may I know the contents of image, or it's random? Or if it's too private, it's okay. You can keep it. Yes, I sometimes, everybody is different. Sometimes, all dreams, or it's random. Okay. I will say thoughts are easier for you to disassociate because it's a movement. It's more like a movement in your stillness, right? While an image is a still picture. It's harder for you to disassociate. Again, the key is just like you are looking at me now. There's no problem because now you really focus on my image. You can try, as you can look at my image in your computer or cell phone. No problem, right? Because you like to associate with this image or engage in this kind of talking or looking. You can try it right now. Now try to disassociate, or you're looking at me, you're still looking at me, but your attention is back to awareness. You understand what I'm saying? You still look at me, but your attention is the sense of I amness. It's doing right now. and stabilize the sense of I amness while you're looking at me. My image is still on the screen of your awareness or consciousness, but your attention is not there. Your attention is on the observer. Then no matter the image, my image, or your memory, or your thoughts, or your image in the meditation is there or no. You building up your sense of I amness by using it, by utilizing the image in your meditation. Like you need a reference point to recognize the sense of I amness. Make sense to you? Instead of that image is disturbing you, you using it as a reference point to look back, to turn inwardly and just be. The more you can recognize there's always awareness there prior to anything, any image, any sound, any memory, any thought. The more you practice in this way, the more you are strengthening the sense of I amness or the pure awareness. Even now, you're listening to me, but you have a background of I amness. And all the image, all the sound arising from the sense of I amness, from the field, all the frequencies, all the bubbles, all the waves, all the currents, anything in your awareness does arise from the field of pure awareness. Actually, it's one thing. But as a meditator, we train ourselves to disassociate first, build up that sense of space and time. Then you can manage it more productively, more creatively, more efficiently. So focusing on breathing and awareness, there's a difference here. Focusing on breathing and focusing on awareness itself is different. The breath or breathing technique arises from the awareness. It still belongs to one pointed concentration, or you focus on one of the content in your awareness, say your breathing or your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You notice the movements of breathing. So it's one of the contents in your awareness. Okay, it's not the awareness itself. It's totally different. You have to differentiate. Now let's between these two, your awareness and the breath or breathing. Now back to your awareness. The awareness does not move. The awareness does not move. It has no shape, no place, no color. While a breath has movements. If you look back I have a video about the attributes of pure awareness. So the inherent nature of pure awareness are two: silence and stillness. You can connect to your awareness now. It is silent and it is still. Your breath or breathing is included in the awareness, but it's not awareness itself. It's a totally different thing. And on top of stillness and silence, you can develop a lot of beautiful attributes. Yeah. So no matter what happens in your screen of consciousness or in your screen of awareness, or you don't touch it. You don't touch anything. I mean, psychologically. Like now you can touch your desk or computer. It's a physical touch, okay? You can try now. But at a deeper level, you're just aware there's a touching sensation here. It's one of your senses, six senses are working. It looks like very solid, has a shape, has a color. But, this is very critical to Buddha's teaching. The things you're looking at, say a desk or computer, or you're touching now, it came into existence because of conditions. Say you bought your computer or desk years ago, and it was manufactured in a factory, and it was cut through a forest by somebody, and it was brought to the factory before it was made. And in the forest, there's a sunlight, there's raindrops, there's a seed. You see, there's a chain of a cause and effect to have your computer or your desk existing in front of you now. If there's a major factor or reason that didn't happen, say you didn't purchase this desk years ago, and if there's a flood damaging the trees that it was not grown and cut by somebody, you see there's a chance of karmic force that makes your computer or desk appearing in your awareness now as a touching sensation. So in this aspect or perspective, the computer or the wood desk in front of you now won't have true self because it relies on conditions to appear. While you or your awareness doesn't rely on anything to appear. So in that contrast, we say anything you notice or you see, you're aware of has no self. Only you have. If you really understand what I'm saying, we are touching the core teaching of Buddha for thousands of years now. And it's really critical in your awakening. Nothing in your awareness has the true self. It's empty. So Buddha's also talk about emptiness. So in Buddha's teaching, he used emptiness. Emptiness means everything you're touching, you can aware of has no self. It is not permanent, it's impermanent, it's empty. All that can perceive cannot be awareness itself. That's why as a human being, you're so precious. The awareness is aware of itself now. You see a dog or cat has awareness, right? He can perceive, a dog or cat can perceive a tree or anything moves in front of him. But as human being, we notice I am here looking at that tree, and I can looking back to who is looking at this tree. That's the ability that only human beings have. Now you will notice, wow, how precious I am. Because now you're an end product of evolution, which is theoretically 13.8 billion years of evolution, cosmologically and biologically. It's not an easy job for Mother Universe to develop you and me. And most people, they don't recognize this. They take it for granted. That's the only thing. The awareness can aware of itself, or the self-awareness is the power, is the end product of 13.8 years of evolution. While the complexity, diversity are preserved, are, are well understood. Stoicism, what's that? Oh, I Google it now. Sometimes it's a new word for me. Stoicism, how to pronounce it?
Stoicism.
Stoicism. So I just checked the Stoicism. It means it's ancient Greece philosophy that maximize positive emotions, reduce negative emotions, and help individuals to hone their virtues of character. Yes. Awareness cannot see itself, but all the thing you can see is the manifestation of awareness. Everything you can hear, touch, all the 6 functions of 6 senses, including the subconscious, is a manifestation of your awareness. It cannot be seen as an object because it has no shape, no color, but no location, no time, but every shape, every color, every location are included. It's unmeasurable, but everything that can be measured are in it. Is an awakening of being able to see who we are. So it's not an object. You identify yourself as awareness. It's like if I use the screen and a smart TV and all the movies played in the smart TV. Say you have 10 years of smart TV. Every day there's one movie played in the smart TV. So after 10 years of thousands of movies or images, maybe more than that, sounds are played in that smart TV. But through you cannot see, this is smart TV, because it contains everything. It's the most, it contains every movie, every image you saw. And it has no size. Because it has no size, so it's everywhere. Every when, every situation is in it. The whole universal unified field is a four-dimensional smart TV that allows every individual's activities played or displayed in it. You see how wonderful it is, how capable it is. While it itself has no shape, no color. No location. There's no boundary. There's no physical, psychological boundary. That's how precious we are. If you really identify yourself as that thing, wow. Infinite possibilities, right? You're right. Actually, awakening was a bit like having our illusions, layers of dirt removed. Yes, you're right. But what happened after that thing every illusion and dirt moved? That thing has no attributes that word can describe. So Buddha used emptiness. Maybe that's the closest worldly word and describe it. And it's beyond our mind's catching. I mean, honest. But you can feel it right now. You are it. So the word is reached its boundary now. It's not a feeling. So I'm asking you to feel the unfeelable. But you are it. So words is crafted for relativity, for relative things. Once I say apple, there's something not apple, right? Once I say something, there's something not that something. But here we reach the absolute. Everything is that thing. Words are crafted for relativity, is not for the absolute. So Buddha here, there's two ways to describe it. If you really want, carefully using the word to describe it, there's two ways. There's a negation and affirmation. That's why neti, you're not this, you're not that, you're not those, you're not these. No. Negate everything. Until there's nothing to negate, oh, you are there. But you are aware that you cannot deny that or say no to that. You know you are there. Listen to me. No matter what I listen to, but you know you're listening. There's awareness there. That cannot be negated. So this is the first step. While the second step, you are this, you are that, you are those, you are these, you are everything you perceive. There's two ways to look at this thing. It's very funny to play with all the words. There's something here right now that is not subject to anything. It can exist without any condition, and you are that. No matter you're aware of it or no, it will exist. So better you're aware of it and become it. That's called immortal. And it's not subject to birth and death. Birth and death cannot change it because birth and death happens in it. All the cycles of birth and death. Okay, let's end again this session in silence, in the bliss, in the stillness. While everything is enjoyed, perceived, and understood.